of the Liberia Immigration Service, Special Agent Gina D. Claman of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, Junior Officer Labesto Costa, A. Labesto, KPO, now of the Liberian Revenue Authority Department of Customs, Major Boakai of the Liberia National Fire Service, and Officer Otelo Gibson of the Liberia Seaport Police.
Well, folks, a pleasant good morning from the Boakai Training Center, the BTC Barracks. Currently, we are live here at the Boakai Training Center, observing the Independence Day celebration.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the President of the Republic of Liberia and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Nimam Boakai, the Honorable Minister of National Defense, Brigadier General Geraldine Gina George, retired, ably represented by the Honorable Dr. Augustine T. Lamy, Deputy Minister for Administration, Ministry of National Defense, and the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Brigadier General Davison F. Follett. You are welcome to the ceremony marking Liberia's 177th Independence Day Parade held at the Boakai Training Center. I am Major El Dorado Yanti Jabo, Deputy Chief of Public Affairs, Armed Forces of Liberia, and the Master of Ceremony for this Independence Day's Parade. Liberia is the first nation on the African continent to gain its independence on July 26, 1847. Tradition has it that every year, July 26, we celebrate Liberia's independence as a sovereign nation. On this day, the government of Liberia announced to the world that the Commonwealth of Liberia has been replaced by the Republic of Liberia with the primary intent to determine and manage the affairs of the Republic of Liberia without any interference from external powers. This day is also a reflection of our brave men and women who shed their blood for Liberia as the first African free nation and independent state on the dark continent of Africa. As a force for good, the Armed Forces of Liberia will continue to defend the Liberian way of life and the Liberian Constitution. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today's Independence Day Parade is being executed by the Armed Forces of Liberia, Liberia National Police, Liberia Immigration Service, Department of Customs, Liberia Revenue Authority, Liberia National Fire Service, Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, Liberia Seaport Police, and Liberia Scouts Association. The music for today's pre-parade ceremony is being provided by the Armed Forces of Liberia Marching Band under the direction of Second Lieutenant Philip Capper, and the drum major for today's parade is Warrant Officer 1, Gerald Moshe. The Commander of Troops will now form up his staff for the execution of today's parade. The Commander of Troops for today's parade is Major James Duado Family II, Executive Officer, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. Present-day parade in the military have their basis in both history and tradition. The mass formation of troops on one long line at close interval made possible the massing of firepowers from Moscow-loaded muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looks much like the formation you see today. Generally, soldiers have one primary task: to be trained and ready to fight and win their nation's wars. This is achieved through tough, realistic, and challenging training that ensures effectiveness, proficiency, and professionalism in battle. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the adjutant for today's parade is Lieutenant Lever S. KOOL, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. Other members of the commanders of troop staff include Captain Robin V of the Medical Command, Isen Heron Blady of the Liberia Coast Guard, 1st Lieutenant Sam Johnson II of the 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia, 2nd Lieutenant Willie S.K. Nanu of the Medical Command, Armed Forces of Liberia. The Sergeant Major of the parade is Command Sergeant Major James Benjamin Gant of the 20th. Once more, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Armed Forces of Liberia Band is commanded by 2nd Lieutenant Philip Capper, and the Drum Major is Warrant Officer 1, Gerard Motion. For the commencement of the parade. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, sound the adjutant call indicates that the adjutant is about to form the parade and execute commander's intent. The troops are now moving to the final line for the execution of the day's parade.
So folks, this is KOOL TV. Mara, you need a feel? Yeah, you're getting straight from the live stream. Yeah, you can tell we're straight to the live right now. When you're live, you call it number, yeah? Tell me, yeah. But text me.
Boakai will be here. See right there. These people that's racing this officer. That's meditation, sex, officers. Step.
On the command dress right, the adjutant allows the troop.
So, Vice President Ceremonial yesterday.
The primary value of drills, strictly, is to prepare troops for the battle for the most part. The drill procedures practiced are identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. Drills enable commanders to quickly move their forces from one point to another, mass their forces into battle formation that affords maximum firepower, and at the same time maneuver those forces as the situation develops. Ladies and gentlemen, once more the commander of troop for today's parade is Major James Biden family. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the marching of the colors.
The marching of the colors.
The flag is more than a symbol. The flag is the embodiment of our government, people, ideals, and values. Members of the Staff Sergeant Leonard Morgan, Rapperman, Staff Sergeant Bessa Mayango bears the Liberian flag. Sergeant Dole David bears the Armed Forces of Liberia's flag. Sergeant Mercy Tia, she bears the Liberian National Police flag. Officer Boakai Ojaliba bears the Liberian Immigration Service flag. Staff Sergeant Augustine Flogo is a Rapperman. Once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the flag is more than a symbol. The flag is the embodiment of our government, people, ideals, and values.
Marching of the colors by the soldiers and
colors are now posted. You still please remain in the stand until the colors are posted to form part of the parade. The adjutant had just told the commander of troop that the colors are present. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the color party now goes to form part of the parade.
You did now? I said just spin in front of the line. What doing just good at it. Spinning. Yeah. Yeah, then I can make the information on it.
The colors are now posted. May you please be seated. ladies and gentlemen, sign-off is a ceremonial military tradition done for decades. On the command sign-off, it is customary for the band to march across the front of the troops, then counter-march across the front of the troops and halt in its original position. This tradition originated in the crusade when troops offering themselves for holy sacrifice were drawn up into a long formation and the band counter-marched before those choosing to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, executing the command sign-off is the Armed Forces of Liberia marching band. The Armed Forces of Liberia marching band is directed by Second Lieutenant Philip Kappa and the drum major for today's parade is Warrant Officer 1. Very much. Ladies and gentlemen, sign-off is a ceremonial military tradition that has been handed down for decades. On the command sign-off, it is customary to cross the front of the troops, then counter-march across the front of the troops and halt in its original position. This tradition originated in the crusade when troops offering themselves for holy sacrifice were drawn up into a long formation and the band counter-march before those choosing to serve. Ladies and gentlemen, one major of the day's parade is Warrant Officer 1, get in motion. There goes the Armed Forces of Liberia marching band, executing the command sign-off. Major of the day's parade is Warrant Officer 1, get in motion. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce the arrival of the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Brigadier General Davidson Fire Fuller.
So now ongoing about that some insights about this happenings here.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be part of the Spoon event. I think it's my first time. So my name is Major Stephen Tortapla.
Okay.
I am the Chief of Public Affairs Armed Forces of Liberia.
Okay, great. So we see the parade, the inspection, or the formation of the troops here. Can you tell us exactly what officers of the AFL actually right now?
I'm pleased to announce the arrival of the Deputy Minister of Administration, Ministry of National Defense, Dr. Augustine T. Lamy,
So
who
this
is
year is no
ably
exception.
representing the Honorable Minister of National Defense, Brigadier General
We
Geraldine
perform a
George.
military drill on this day. And this is the drill that is currently taking place.
Okay.
The drill takes place in two folds. We have two portions of the drill. The first portion is what has happened. Okay, the formation of the troops.
Okay.
The troops will form up. I think you witnessed the different activities
Yes,
that
right.
led to the formation of the troops. So we'll now go back to it.
Yes,
all right.
right.
So then the second portion is the arrival of His Excellency Mr. President,
The Commander-in-Chief.
Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia.
Okay.
So once he arrives, the second portion takes place. Right now, we are at the point of the arrival of dignitaries.
Okay.
All right. So these dignitaries are now arriving, and you observe that when the Chief of Staff came, the troops had to come to attention.
Yes.
And then pay him courtesy along with the band. The band played a short music.
Right.
Similar thing was done for the Deputy Minister for Administration, who is ably representing the Minister of Defense today.
Okay.
All right.
So the Minister
Yeah.
of Defense will not be part of the parade?
Yes, she is engaged on a very serious official duty.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you for that information.
Yes. So the Minister of the Deputy Minister for Administration is proxying for her today.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So when the Commander-in-Chief and President of the Republic of Liberia arrives here,
And Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia.
Commander-in-Chief.
No, we can first say
Yeah.
the President of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
And Commander-in-Chief.
Okay.
So the President comes first.
Okay.
Then we come to the
The
Commander-in-Chief.
official and the
the entire
conference.
country first.
Oh, okay, great, wonderful. So when the President of the Republic of Liberia and Commander-in-Chief arrives here, what will be happening next?
So the moment His Excellency Mr. President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces arrives, we will be going first into the playing of the national anthem.
Okay.
Yes, but to play the national anthem, there are other things that will happen. All right. To play the national anthem, you can see the color guard, the color party down there. All of those flags.
Yes.
Yeah, we call them the color party.
Okay.
All right. For the flag, we refer to them as the colors. Okay. And those that are carrying the flag then, and the two guys holding the weapons on the both extremes make the color party. Okay. So the moment His Excellency Mr. President arrives, the commander of troops, who is Major James Famule, we have to bring the colors forward. Okay. Okay. Forward, right up where the guys are standing, the staff. Yeah. Yes, they will pass by the staff, they will come up a little, and the commander of troops will come to His Excellency and report to him, sir, the colors are present. And once he tells him the colors are present, and then he moves back to his position, and that is the national anthem. Okay. Yes. Okay. We play the national anthem.
Wonderful. So we see different groups, like members from the fire service, members from the AFL, the police. Can you name the different kind of groups that form a part of this parade today?
Yes. So you see, the Independence Day celebration is a national event. So it's not just the AFL. It's also all paramilitary entities like the police, the immigration, the seaport police. All right. So from up there, from our left, extreme left, all the way up there, you can see AFL troops. Okay, so the first group at the back there, you have the AFL band, the guys that are providing the music. Okay. Then from there, the next group you see over there is. Yeah, the next group you see over there is First Battalion. First Battalion. Yes. Okay. First Battalion. After First Battalion, you get Second Battalion. Then you get the Armed Forces Training Command. And other AFL units following, like the Medical Command. And then you have the Liberia Coast Guard.
To celebrate Liberia's independence as a sovereign nation. On this day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the government of Liberia announced that the Commonwealth of Liberia has been replaced by the Republic of Liberia with the primary intent to determine and manage the affairs of the Republic of Liberia without any interference from external powers. This day is also a reflection of our brave men and women who shared their blood for Liberia as the first African free nation and independent state on the dark continent of Africa.
Before the police, then the police, before immigration, before the Department of Customs from LRA, just like that, and that's how they are arranged. Okay. All right. So if you look over here again, we have a color, we call it honor guard. Okay. The word honor.
As a force for good, the armed forces of Liberia will continue to defend life and the Liberian Constitution.
Honor, respect to the commander of the chief. The moment he arrives, he will perform a particular duty.
As a force for good, the armed forces of Liberia will continue to defend the Liberian way of life and the Liberian Constitution.
Will there be a parade or maybe compared to the pavilion of the house? What would the how would the
commander in chief advise? They bring the colors forward, the honor to the nation, they play the national anthem.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today's Independence Day parade is being executed by the Armed Forces of Liberia, Liberia Immigration Service, Department of Customs, Liberia Revenue Authority, Liberia National Fire Service, Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, Liberia Seaport Police, Liberia Scout Association. The music for today's pre-parade ceremony is being provided by the Armed Forces of Liberia Marching Band. Under the direction of Second Lieutenant Philip Capper, and the drum major for today's parade is Warrant Officer 1, Gary Marshall.
His Excellency Mr. President, the man of the chief, requesting the
I'll get to the pictures. No, you go live and get to the pictures. I'll get to the pictures and you go.
So folks, welcome. This is KOOL TV.
Tomorrow number 2 for today's parade is Mr. James Duarte family, Executive Officer, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, the Armed Forces of Liberia.
And the President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, just arrived, and we are seeing his escort vehicle. But then I think that's been the thing. I wasn't a.
Present-day parade in the military have their basis in both history and tradition. The mass formation of troops on one long line at close interval made possible the massive firepower from muzzle-loaded muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looks much like the formation you are seeing today.
His Excellency Joseph Boakai just arrived here.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please rise for the arrival of the President of the Republic of Liberia and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, His Excellency President Joseph Boakai. Please be seated. command of troops will now bring the quarters forward for honor to the nation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the commander of troops for today's parade is Major James Dwadu Family II, Executive Officer, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Liberia. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the Commander of Troops brings the national colors forward for honor to the nation. For more than a century, the Star and Stripes is the banner under which Liberians have lived, fought, and died. The flag is more than a symbol. The flag is the embodiment of our government, people, ideals, and values. But, as the flag is being presented to the Commander-in-Chief, respect is paid to the nation. Please remain in the stand for the playing of the Liberian National Anthem. All military and paramilitary personnel wearing uniforms are to render a right-hand salute, and civilian personnel are kindly asked to please place their right hands over their heart. Those male civilians wearing caps are kindly asked to please remove their caps and place their right hands over their hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, you may please remain standing until the colors are posted from part of the parade. The party now moves to post the color. Members of the color party include Staff Sergeant London Morgan, Jurapa Mike, Staff Sergeant Brisa Mayangu, bears the Liberian flag. Sergeant Bo Bobby bears the Armed Forces of Liberia's flag. Sergeant Mercy Kia bears the Liberian National Police flag. Officer Boakai bears the Liberian Immigration flag. The Staff Sergeant Augusto Flogo serves as a rapper man. The colors are now posted. Ladies and gentlemen, you may please be seated. The Commander of Troops is now moving forward to request permission from the Commander-in-Chief for passing review.
So, all right, Congressman, may I have the permission to pass a 2P review?
Ladies and gentlemen, once more the Commander of Troops for today's parade is Major James Guado Famula II, Executive Officer, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. The adjutant for today's parade is Lieutenant Lever S. KOOL, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. Other members of the Commander of Troop Staff include Captain Robin Bay of the Medical Command, Armed Forces of Liberia, Isan Heron Bladi, Liberia Coast Guard, Armed Forces of Liberia, First Lieutenant Sam Johnson II of the 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia, Second Lieutenant Willett S.K. Nanu of the Medical Command, Armed Forces of Liberia, and the Sergeant Major for today's parade is Command Sergeant Major Benjamin Gant of the 23rd Infantry Brigade. The Armed Forces of Liberia Band is commanded by Second Lieutenant Philip Capper, and the Drum Major is Warrant Officer 1, Gary Marshall. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Troops for today's Independence Day parade is Major James Guado Family II, Executive Officer, 1st Infantry Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. The Adjutant for today's parade is Lieutenant Lever S. KOOL, 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. Other members of the Commander of Troop Staff include Captain Robin Bay of the Medical Command, Armed Forces of Liberia, Liberia Coast Guard, in the 3rd, 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia, Second Lieutenant Willett S.K. Nanu of the Medical Command, Armed Forces of Liberia, and the Sergeant Major of the parade is Command Sergeant Major James Benjamin Gant of the 23rd Infantry Brigade, Armed Forces of Liberia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, marching gallantly to the reviewing stand is the Commander of Troop for today's parade, Major James Guado Family II. First Lieutenant Abraham Hodges. Other staff members include Second Lieutenant Malachi Wama, Second Lieutenant Patrick Cooper, Second Lieutenant Samuel Harris. Alpha Company Second Lieutenant is commanded by Gavin Willie. The First Sergeant is First Sergeant Benedict Ajiban, and the Flight Bearer is Staff Sergeant Hawasaki. Ladies and gentlemen, Bravo Company Second Battalion is commanded by Second Lieutenant Joseph Lincoln. The First Sergeant is First Sergeant Wilson Juba, and the Flight Bearer is Sergeant Johnson Bowman III. The Armed Forces Training Command is commanded by First Lieutenant Emmanuel Malva. The Sergeant Major is First Sergeant Daniel Benson, and the flag bearer is Private Mofai Eastman. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Medical Command of the Armed Forces of Liberia is commanded by Second Lieutenant Afrika Poku. The flag bearer is Private James Toba, and the Sergeant Major is Staff Sergeant Lasala Sayan. Statement, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for passing of the colors. Please be seated. The Liberia Coast Guard is commanded by Frank N. Moe. He sent Frank N. Moe. The Sergeant Major is Petty Officer 1 at Western Mark. And the flag bearer is Seaman James Lowe. The commander of the paramilitary staff is Chief Inspector Princess Barbo of the Liberia National Police. All members include Officer Lorena Dennis of the Liberia Immigration Service, Special Agent Gina P. Plumman of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. The Liberia National Police is commanded by Inspector Devlin S. Kappa. The Liberia Immigration Service is commanded by Officer Timothy Sam Nongwa. The Sergeant Major is Officer Ellie D. Kamara, and the flag bearer is Officer Ted K. Howell. The Liberia Revenue Authority, Department of Customs, is commanded by Officer Sam S. Cooper, and the flag bearer is Officer Aaron A. Johnson. Liberia National Fire Service is commanded by Major George Marshall Cole, and the flag bearer is Lieutenant Emmanuel Pago. Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency is commanded by Sergeant Jala S. Bayama, and the flag bearer is Baby B. Kyle. The Liberia Seaport Police is commanded by Patrolman Eastman Crab, and the flag bearer is Husky Sophie.
this concludes the parade, and the president is waving to dignitaries who came to witness the parade here.
And the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Brigadier General thanks for attending the parade ceremony marking the 177th Independence Day celebration of the Republic of Liberia. I have been your master of ceremony, Major Elder Yankee General, Deputy Chief of Public Affairs, Armed Forces of Liberia.
So now the president is leaving, and that concludes the parade here. Folks, the president now leaves for his home to get prepared for the indoor program that will be held at the Centennial Pavilion. Liberia is 177 today. So folks, that's it. We've been here this morning since 5, bringing you live coverage. Yeah, I go. Alright, Ethan. So so dignitaries are now leaving, but folks, that's it. The president just left this area. I got me started now. I'll go all the way down. Yeah, I'll go in front of you. I'll go on Muruba. So folks, thanks so very kindly for watching. My name is Daniel Theophilus KOOL, and this is KOOL TV.